So previously we have seen a Zener diode and how it can be used as a voltage regulator. So we have also seen a regulator with a load connected and without a load connected. So there can be voltage regulation because of two things. So these are also the measures of performance of the regulator, that is called line regulation and load regulation. Right. So that means the changes in the output voltage can be due to two things. One is because there might be changes in the load current that might cause a change in the output voltage. Other one is there might be some changes in the input voltage that might cause a change in the output voltage. Right. So they are called line regulation and load regulation. So when it comes to line regulation, here we consider that the series resistance and the load resistance are kept constant. That is, the series resistance is R1 and load resistance is RL. They are kept constant. And it is assumed that all the variation in output voltage are due to the fluctuations in the input power supply. Right. So we consider there are constant R1 and RL. This R1 and RL are treated as constant. And if at all there is changes in the output voltage, that is considered or assumed to be only because of the changes in Vin, that is the supply voltage. In that case, we call it line regulation. So the regulated output voltage is achieved for the input voltage above certain minimum level. So the percentage of line regulation is the change in the output voltage for the change in the input voltage. Right, the ratio of change in the output voltage to the change in the input voltage will give you the line regulation in terms of percentage. So when it comes to load regulation, here we treat the fixed input voltage, and we take the input voltage as fixed. In this particular circuit diagram, we take this input voltage as fixed, even R1 as fixed. Then all the changes in the output voltage are due to changes in this resistance. Because of the changes in this resistance, there will be changes in the load current, and thereby the output voltage will change. Okay, so in this case the input voltage is fixed while the load resistance is varied. The constant output voltage can be obtained as long as the load resistance is maintained above a certain minimum level. So that gives you the load regulation. That is this formula you're familiar with. We have seen this formula in case of regulation of rectifiers, right? Voltage when there is no load minus voltage when there is load, or we call it full load, divided by voltage when there is full load current. VNL is voltage, output voltage when there is no load current, minus VFL. FL is voltage when there is full load current. VFL is voltage when there is full load current into 100%. Right. So this line regulation and load regulation are two ways in which voltage regulation is possible in any voltage regulator. Right. So I had missed this part yesterday, so I just completed that. Today we will solve some numerical examples on these voltage regulators one by one. So take this first example. It is given that a Zener diode has a breakdown voltage of 10 volts. It is supplied from a voltage source varying between 20 to 40 volts in series with a resistance of 820 ohms. Using an ideal Zener model, you are asked to obtain the minimum and maximum Zener currents. So how do you get this? It is given that a breakdown voltage is 10 volts, that is VZ is 10 volts. Then the supply voltage is varying between 20 to 40 volts. 20 to 40 volts. Supply voltage is varying between 20 to 40 volts, that is Vin 20 to 40. That means minimum value of Vin is 20 volts, Vin min is 20 volts, and Vin max is 40 volts. And series resistance is given, that is R1 is 820 ohms. So from these things you can draw the circuit like this. The circuit is not given, but based on those given things we can draw the circuit like this. Vin is given as 20 to 40, R1 is given as 820, VZ is given as 10 volts. You are asked to obtain minimum and maximum Zener currents, that is IZ min and IZ max. IZ is the Zener current. You have to find IZ min and IZ max. Remember, you are given to find these currents using ideal Zener model. In ideal Zener model, one thing you have to remember is the minimum current that flows is 0. Minimum current that flows in a Zener diode is 0. So whenever you are using an ideal Zener model, IZ min you can directly take as 0. Okay, considering ideal Zener model, IZ min you take it as 0 milliamps. Otherwise, if it was not given as ideal Zener model, then you should have used the equation at Iz is equal to V in minus Vz divided by R1. So that's what we will use for the maximum value. Iz is V in minus Vz divided by R1, right? From the circuit, we can write that current is the voltage divided by the resistance, V in minus Vz divided by R1. So V in minus Vz divided by R1, which V in we will consider. So for maximum current, we will consider the maximum voltage, right? So if ideal Zener model was not mentioned, then minimum Zener current would be found using same formula. We would put minimum value of V in, we would get Iz min if ideal Zener model was not mentioned. Since ideal Zener model is mentioned, Iz min will be 0. But for maximum value of Zener current, we will use this. Here, if you put Iz is Iz max and V in is V in max, you will get the value of Iz max. So what is V in max? It is given as 40 volts. What is Vz? It is given as, Vz is given as 10 volts. What is R1? 820 volts. If you substitute 40 minus 10 divided by 820, yes, Ume has got that, right? Yeah, Umair and Anas have got that answer. 36.585 milliamps. You get 36.585 milliamps. That's the maximum value of Zener current. Minimum value is 0, maximum value is 36.55 milliamps. Right? A simple one. Just by using KVL, you can find the current. This is another example. It is given for a Zener regulator shown in the figure. Calculate the range of input voltage for which output will remain constant. So a circuit diagram is given like this, and some things are given. So these are all given things. You have been given with V in is variable. So you are asked to find that V in actually. You are asked to find what is the range of input voltage. That means what is V in minimum and V in maximum. You have been given with the resistance R1 is 2.2K. It is there in the circuit. RL is 1K. Okay. And Vz is given as 6.1 volts. So you know that V0 is equal to Vz. It is also 6.1 volts. Rz is mentioned it as 0 ohms. That is Zener impedance or Zener resistance. Okay, we will just ignore that. We're not going to use that. It's 0 ohms anyway. Then minimum and maximum values of Zener currents are given. Minimum value is Iz min. It is 2.5 milliamps, and Iz max is, that is the maximum value of Zener current is 25 milliamps. Here it is shown that the current through the resistance 2.2K is I. Okay, it is mentioned as I. So we will use this notation I instead of our IR. Okay, it is I. What you can observe is I is the current entering this particular node. So I is equal to Iz plus IL, right? I is equal to Iz plus IL. Current entering the node is I. Current leaving the nodes are Iz and IL. So using Kirchhoff's current law, you can say I is equal to Iz plus IL. So we will use that to find the value of V in, right? So the load current is given by, load resistance is given. We can find load current. See, load resistance is given. V0 or the voltage across the load is given. From that, we can find the current IL. Current IL can be found. Current IL is equal to V0 divided by R. V divided by R is the current, right? V0 is given as 6.1 volts. RL is given as 1K. So 6.1 by 1K, IL is 6.1 milliamps. Right? Simple thing. In denominator, we have kilo ohms. So it will become 6.1 milliamps. That is the load current. And from the circuit, as I had told, I is equal to Iz plus IL. I is equal to Iz plus IL, right? So the minimum value of Iz, you will get the minimum value of I. So if you substitute Iz as Iz min, then this I will be minimum. So I min will be equal to Iz min into IL. Iz min is mentioned as 2.5 milliamps, right? Iz min is mentioned as 2.5 milliamps, and IL you have obtained as 6.1 milliamps. So if you add them together, you will get the minimum current flowing through that 2.2 kilo ohm resistance. That is I min, that is equal to, it's just addition. 2.5 plus 6.1 is 8.6 milliamps, right? Similarly, in this equation, if you substitute maximum Zener current Iz max, you will get maximum value of this I. Maximum value of this I, that is I max. So Iz max is given as 25 milliamps, and IL is given as, you have obtained that as 6.1. If you add them together, you'll get 31.1 milliamps. This is the maximum current that can flow through that. particular resistance of 2.2k, right? So we have got this minimum value of I and maximum value of I. Now from that we have to find the minimum value of V in and maximum value of V in. So what is V in now? V in is the voltage, supply voltage. If you apply Kirchhoff's voltage law, that voltage is equal to the voltage dropped across this resistance plus the voltage from here to here. What is the voltage from here to here? That is Vz or V0, that is equal to 6.1. And what is the voltage drop here? It varies because there are two values, I min and I max. So based on that, you get V in and V max. If you consider minimum value of this current, you get minimum value of V in. If you consider maximum value of this current, you get maximum value of V in. Okay, so V in is equal to I into R1 plus Vz, right? I into R1 plus Vz. So that's what we have here. V is equal to I into R, that is voltage drop across this, plus this voltage. So voltage drop across this is current multiplied by resistance. So it is I into this R1. Okay. So I is, if you consider the minimum value means then you consider minimum value of this current. I min into R1 plus Vz. So I min you have obtained as 8.6 milliamps. You have obtained I min as 8.6 milliamps and R1 is given as 2.2k. If you multiply these two, you'll get 18.92. And since it is product of current and resistance, that is the voltage, 18.92 volts. Plus the Vz is given as 6.1. So if you add them, you'll get 25.02 volts. You can check this, 18.92. If you multiply this, see whether you get this 18.92 and add it with 6. You'll get 25.02. That is the minimum value of our input voltage. Okay. So then maximum value can be obtained by using I max. So what is I max? You have obtained that I max as 31.1 milliamps. So if you just substitute that, you'll get 31.1 into 2.2k, 68.42 volts plus Vz, that is 6.1. If you add them together, you'll get 74.52. This is V in max. So you got a minimum value of V in and maximum value of V in. What you are asked is, you are asked to find the range of input voltage for which output will remain constant. So this is actually the range of input voltage for which the output will remain constant. That is, V in should be more than 25.02. That is, minimum value of V in is 25.02. It should be more than this, and it should be less than 75.52. This is the maximum value that V in can be. So if V in is in between these values, our output voltage will be constant. That's what we are expecting in a voltage regulator, right? A constant output voltage. But the range of input has to be within this. If it goes below this or above this, we cannot guarantee that our output voltage will not be a constant. It might vary, right? So that's how we find the range from the given parameters. This is another problem. It is given for the circuit shown in the figure. Find the current and voltages in the circuit. For RL is given as 450 ohms and Vz is given as 10 volts. So all these examples, they are from old question papers. So it is given that RL is 450 ohms, Vz is 10 volts. Apart from that, in the circuit, you can see the input voltage is given as 20 volts here. And this resistance R1 is given as 200 ohms. Right? Let's write the given things. V in is 20 volts. Vz is 10 volts, it is given. RL is given as 450 and R1 is given as 200 ohms. What you are asked to find? You are asked to find the different currents and voltages. What are the currents we have? We have IR, we have IZ, we have IL. Then what are the voltages? The output voltage, V0, Zener voltage, Vz, it is already given 10 volts. And voltage across the resistance R, you can find that as VR. So how do you find them? See, the output voltage, you can just find output voltage is equal to Vz because it is measured across Zener voltage. Load is parallel to the Zener diode, so it is the same as Vz. So output voltage V0 is equal to Vz, that is equal to 10 volts because Vz is given as 10 volts. So you can say output voltage is equal to 10 volts. Then the voltage across R1. How do you find the voltage across R1? The voltage across R1 is the voltage at this particular point minus the voltage at this particular, right? It is the voltage drop. So here, what is the voltage? It is 20 volts. The input voltage is 20 volts. And here, what is the voltage? Voltage across VZ, that is 10 volts. So the voltage across resistance R1 is V in minus VZ, or V in minus V0. They are one and the same. So that is actually 20 minus 10. That is equal to 10 volts. Is it right? So I can write VR is equal to V in minus VZ. That is 20 minus 10. That is equal to 10 volts. Right? And VZ is already given. It is 10 volts. Right? Now we have to find the currents. The current through R1, you can say it is I, that is V divided by R. The voltage across R divided by the resistance R, that is IR. IR is V divided by R. Voltage across R divided by resistance R, R1. So VR you have found to be 10 volts, and resistance R1 is given as 200 ohms in the circuit. So what is this value? IR, 10 divided by 200. What is that value? 10 divided by 200. 10 divided by 200 ohms. What is that value? 0.05, exactly. 0.05 amps. In terms of milliamps, I can write it as 50 milliamps, right? 0.05 amps is nothing but 50 milliamps. So IR is 50 milliamps. Then I can find the load current. What is the load current? Load current is across the load resistance, right? So IL. So that can be taken as voltage at the load divided by load resistance. Voltage at the load is V0 and load resistance is RL. V0 is equal to VZ, that is equal to 10 volts. RL is also given. It is equal to 450 ohms. So what is 10 volts divided by 450 ohms? 22.22 milliamps. Now I have to find the current through Zener diode IZ. So what is my current through Zener diode IZ? So from the circuit, this current is IR, right? This current is IR. The current entering Zener diode is IZ. The current through the load is IL. So IR is equal to IZ plus IL. So what is IZ equal to? It is IR minus IL, right? IZ is equal to IR minus IL. So I can write IZ is equal to IR minus IL. IZ is equal to IR minus IL. So IR is 50 milliamps. IL you have obtained as 22.22 milliamps, and someone has already calculated, right? Umair has already calculated the answer to be 27.78 milliamps. That's the Zener current. IZ is 27.78 milliamps, right? This is how you can find different currents and voltages in a given circuit from the given parameters. There is another problem. Here you are asked, it is given that a 9-volt reference source is to use a series connected Zener diode and a resistor connected to 30 volt supply. Okay, if Zener diode with VZ is equal to 9 volts and IZT is 20 milliamps, IZT is the test Zener current. Okay, it is mentioned like that. Is selected, then determine the value of series resistance and also calculate the circuit current when the supply voltage drops to 27 volts. Here there are two parts actually. First is you are asked to find the value of the resistance with output is given, input is given, and value of current is also given. You are asked to find the resistance. Using KVL you can find. Then you are also asked to calculate the circuit current when the supply voltage drops to 27 volts. First it is given supply voltage is 30 volts. Then you are given that supply voltage becomes 27 volts. Okay, for the same circuit you should find what will be the current. Current initially is 20 milliamps. If supply voltage becomes 27, what will be the current that you are asked to find? So we will do the first part first. So initially it is given that 30 volt supply. So V in is 30 volts and 9 volt reference source means that will be the output. A reference source means it is the output of your regulator that is used as a reference source for DC equipment, right? So V0 is equal to 9 volts. Then it is also given that we are going to use a Zener diode with VZ is equal to 9 volts and IZT or the test Zener current is 20 milliamps. From the given things, you can draw the circuit like this. It is not given, but from the given things, you can draw it. Vin is 30 volts. VZ is 9 volts. R1 you are asked to find. What is the value of R1? IZ is given as 20 milliamps. Okay, the test current or that is the IZ, that is 20 milliamps. Apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. Very simple. 30 minus 9 divided by 20 milli. That will be the R1. So from the circuit diagram, R1 will be equal to V in minus Vz divided by Iz. Right? R1 is V in minus Vz divided by Iz. V in is 30, Vz is 9, so Iz is 20 milli. What is R1? What is this value R1? 1050. Yes. So 1.05 K or 1.05 kilo ohms. Right? That's my value of R1. Now, what you're asked to do for the circuit, now R1 you have found. Now, if input drops to 27, what will be the current? Now, this is the value, this is the circuit, right? This is the circuit that you have got. Now, if input drops to 27, now from 30, it will become 27. So, it will become, if it becomes 27, what will be the current, new current that you are asked to find? Now, if V in is 27, what will be the current? So, current, you can write as V in minus Vz divided by R1, right? So, just substitute V in, new V in is 27 instead of 30. It has dropped to 27. Use 27 minus 9 divided by R1. R1 we have found 1.05 K. Once R1 is fixed, you're not going to change it, right? Now, if voltage is changing, the current has to change so that output will remain constant. The current will change so that output will remain constant. So, yeah, it will become 17.14 milliamps. See, current drops. It was 20 milliamps. It has dropped to 17.14 milliamps so that the output will remain constant, right? In a DC voltage source, the output of a regulator has to be constant so that it can be used as a voltage source, right? So this is another example. This is also asked in the previous question paper. A similar one is asked. You are asked to design in this case. You are asked to design a 9-volt DC reference source consisting of a Zener diode and a series connected resistor to operate from a 24-volt supply. It is also given that IZT or IZ is 20 milliamps. So you are asked to design a DC reference source. That means you are actually designing a voltage regulator. This is an example for designing a voltage regulator. When you are asked to design means what? You are actually going to find the values of different components that you are going to use in a circuit. So in a voltage regulator, see here load is not mentioned. So it is a regulator without a load. It is given you are using a Zener diode. You have to find the specification of Zener diode. What will be the specification of Zener diode? Specification of Zener diode will be its breakdown voltage Vz. Okay, so we will find that. Then we are going to use a series resistance R1. We will find what value of R1 we will use, and then we will draw the circuit. First, note down the given things. The supply voltage is given as 24 volts. So V in is 24 volts. This given DC reference source that we are supposed to design is 9 volts. So output voltage is 9 volts. Test current is given IZT as 20 milliamps. From this, the required circuit is somewhat like this. You are supposed to find this value of R1 and also what Vz you have to select. Right. So it is very simple. Vz will always be equal to V0. So first thing that we have to do while designing is you have to select a suitable Zener diode whose breakdown voltage is equal to the output voltage. That in this case is equal to 9 volts. Okay. So select a suitable Zener diode whose breakdown voltage Vz that is equal to V0 that is equal to 9 volts. So in this case it is 9 volts. Right. So then you have to find the resistance R1. How to find resistance R1? Just apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. V in minus Vz divided by R1. So R1 is V in minus Vz divided by, Iz. V in minus Vz divided by the current, that is Iz. So V in is 24, Vz is 9, Iz is given as the test current, that is 20 milliamps. You substitute, what do you get? 15 by 20. We'll get 750 ohms, right? We'll get 750 ohms. Once you get this value, to complete the design, you have to draw the circuit and put all the components in the circuit. Mark all the components in the circuit, right? The design circuit you have to draw. The design circuit is like this. Input is 24 volts. VZ you have selected as 9 volt Zener diode and 750 ohm resistance. Once you draw the circuit with all the values, that is the actual complete design, right? So this is the way you can design a voltage regulator. This was without a load resistance. Now, if load current is given, then you have to mention that load resistance. You have to include that load resistance. So we will do that next. So take that example. This is another example. We're asked to design a Zener voltage regulator for the following specifications. These specifications are given. The input voltage is given as 10 volts plus or minus 20%. Output voltage is given as 5 volts. Load current IL is given as 20 milliamps. And IZ min is given as 5 milliamps. IZ max is given as 80 milliamps. These are the given things. You are asked to design a voltage regulator. So here, since IL is given, it is directly you can consider it is a Zener diode voltage regulator with the load, with a load resistance. So the input voltage is given like this: 10 volts plus or minus 20%. What is 20% of 10 volts? To find 20% of 10 volts, 20% means 20 per 100. 20 by 100 into 10. If you find that, it will be 2 volts. Right? So 10 volts plus or minus 2 volts it is actually. So 10 minus 2 is how much? 8. 10 minus 2 is 8. That is the minimum value V in min. 10 plus 2 is how much? It is 12. So 10 plus 2 is 12. That is the maximum value V in max. Right? So V in min you can take as 8 volts. V in max is 12 volts. It is also given the output voltage is 5 volts. You take that as V0. That is equal to 5 volts. And load current IL is given as 20 milliamps. Then IZ min is given as 5 milliamps. IZ max is given as 80 milliamps. So these are all the things that are given. So to design, as I said, the first thing you have to do is to select a suitable Zener diode whose breakdown voltage VZ is equal to V0. That is 5 volts in this case, right? So this is the required circuit diagram, required circuit. V in is 10 volts plus or minus 20%, V0 is 5 volts. You are supposed to find what Zener diode we'll use, what R1 we will use, and what RL we will use. Right? From the given things, you can find them. First is select a suitable Zener diode whose breakdown voltage VZ is equal to V0, that is equal to 5 volts. In this case, V0 is 5 volts. So you have to select a Zener diode whose breakdown voltage is 5 volts. That is one thing. Then, since IL is given, right, and V0 is known, you can find RL. What is RL? RL is V divided by R. V is output voltage V0 divided by IL. V0 is 5 volts. IL is 20 milliamps. So 5 divided by 20 milliamps will give you 250 ohms. Right, 0.25K or 250 ohms. So that is the load resistance that we are going to use. Next, to find R1, we have to find the resistance R1 also. To find R1, R1 can be found by using the voltage drop across this divided by the current. Now, how to find the current? Voltage drop is known, right? There are V in, it is V in minus VZ. That is the voltage drop. But that V in is not fixed. It can vary to plus or minus 20%. So it is 8 volts or 12 volts. And VZ is fixed. It is 5 volts. But IR, how to find IR? If you know that value, you can find the resistance. Okay, it's a little tricky. To find that resistance R1, from the circuit, we can say IR is equal to IZ plus IL, right? That is for every regulator with a load, you can write this equation. IR is equal to IZ plus IL. So we will keep that in one place so that we can use it later. So for maximum value of R1, see, maximum value of R1 is obtained when this current IR is minimum. Okay, if this current IR is minimum, you can get actually the current IR will be minimum when R1 is maximum, and IR will be minimum when IR and this IR will be maximum when R1 is minimum. So because voltage and current, they are inversely proportional. As you have more resistance, current will decrease. For lesser resistance, current will increase. That's why to find the maximum value of R1, we will consider minimum value of IR. So for finding minimum value of IR, you consider minimum value of this IZ and minimum value of V in. Okay, so IZ will be IZ minimum whenever the input voltage is V in minimum, right? So IZ minimum is known, V in minimum is known. So you can find IR. What is IR? IR is IZ plus IL, right? So consider minimum value of IZ. Minimum value of IZ is given as 5 milliamps. So if you consider 5 milliamps, IL is fixed, it is given as 20 milliamps. So 5 milliamps plus 20 milliamps will give you 25 milliamps. So whatever value you have, this IR, this will be the minimum value of IR. So for this value of IR, the resistance R1 will be maximum. Okay, you will come to know that when we find it. So V in minimum, so V in is equal to the voltage drop across this resistance plus the voltage drop here. What is the voltage drop across this resistance? It is IR into R1, right? IR into R1 plus VZ. So for minimum value, you take IR into R1 max. For a minimum value of IR, the resistance will be maximum plus VZ. VZ is constant. So what do you get? You want to find the resistance R1. So maximum value of that resistance will be V in min minus VZ divided by IR. If I substitute that, V in min is 8, VZ is 5, IR, the minimum value, it is 25. So you can see here, IR is in the denominator. So for the minimum value of this, you will get the maximum resistance. So if you calculate, what is the value of R1 you get? Yes, 120 ohms. The maximum value of R1 that you can get is 120 ohms. Then you should also find the minimum value of R1. To find minimum value of R1, you know, minimum value of R1 will be there when that IR will be maximum. When IR will be maximum, for that you consider IZ max and V in max. Okay, so IR is IZ plus IL. If you put IZ max is given as 80 milliamps. So 80 plus 20 will be 100 milliamps. So IR max is 100 milliamps. Now, if you use this, you can find value of R1 min. So if you use maximum value of this IR, you will get minimum value of R1. So V in is equal to the voltage drop across R1, that is IR into R1, plus the Zener voltage VZ. So what is IR? You have obtained as, first we will rearrange that to find R1 min. R1 min is V in max minus VZ divided by IR. So V in max is 12, right? It is 10 volts plus 20%, that is 12, minus VZ is 5. IR you have found to be 100 milliamps, because here IR is 100 milliamps, that's the maximum value. So if IR is maximum, R1 will be minimum. If you calculate this, you'll get 70 ohms. Yes, Umair has found it. R1 min is 70 ohms. So we have found maximum value of R1 to be 120 and minimum value of R1 to be 70. So R1, it can be any value between 70 to 120, right? So you can use this range of R1 from 70 to 120. Now, once you have found all the values, just substitute these values in the circuit. So this is the designed circuit. Once you put the values in the circuit, it's the complete design. So RL you have found to be 250 ohms. VZ is 5 volts, as you have seen here. Okay, so then it's same as the output voltage. Then R1 is in between 70 to 120 ohms. Right? This is the way you can design a Zener diode voltage regulator with any given specifications. There is yet another example similar to this one, but the way the parameters are given is slightly different. See, here, this is another example. You are asked to design a Zener diode voltage regulator to meet the following specifications. You are given with IL as 20 milliamps. V0 is given as 5 volts. PZ is given here. PZ is the power dissipated by a Zener diode. PZ is given as 500 milliwatts. And input voltage is given as VI, that is 12 volts plus or minus 2 volts. Here it is mentioned in terms of voltage itself, not percentage. You can use it directly. And IZ min is given as 8 milliamps. So first note down all the given things and in the way that you want it. V in is given as 12 volts plus or minus 2 volts. So V in min is 12 minus 2. 12 minus 2 is 10, that is V in min. So maximum value is 12 plus 2. 12 plus 2 is 14, that is V in max. Output voltage V0 is 5 volts, it is given. IL is given as 20. And IZ min is given as 8 milliamps. IZ min is given as 8 milliamps. But IZ max is not given. Instead, the power is given. PZ is given as 500 milliwatts. So whatever the power is given, that is actually the maximum power that can be dissipated. That's the power rating of the diode. From this power, you should first find IZ max. What is PZ? PZ is VZ into IZ max, right? PZ is VZ into IZ max. That is the equation. You can write IZ max or IZM, whatever. That is the maximum value of current. So from this, what is IZ max? IZ max is PZ divided by VZ. PZ is given as 500 milli. VZ is given as 5 volts. What is that value? 500 milliwatts divided by 5 volts. Obviously, it is 100 milliamps. So the maximum Zener current is 100 milliamps. Minimum Zener current is given as 8 milliamps. So use these values and use these values to design. Right? So this is the actual circuit that we are supposed to design. Input is 12 plus or minus 2 volts. Output is 5. You are supposed to find these values: R1, RL, and VZ. So first thing you have to do, as I said, you have to first find, or you have to select a suitable Zener diode whose breakdown voltage VZ is equal to V0, that is 5 volts in this case. Then to find RL, it is similar to what we have done in the previous case, because even here V0 is 5 volts and IL is 20 milliamps, so you'll get RL as 250 ohms. Then to find R1, go through the same approach. IR is equal to IZ plus IL. So for maximum value of R1, you should get the minimum value of IR. So for that, use minimum value of IZ and minimum value of Vin. So you have IR is IZ plus IL. If you put minimum value, here minimum value is 8. 8 plus 20 is 28 milliamps. IR is 28 milliamps. So for this minimum value of 28, then what will be VR? V in min. Sorry, for this minimum value of IR, you are supposed to find the maximum value of R1, that is R1 max. So if you use V in min is equal to IR into R1 max plus VZ. This is the voltage drop across R1 plus the voltage drop across the diode, Zener diode. So if you rearrange this, you get R1 max is V in min minus VZ divided by IR. Here V in min is 12 volts minus 2, that is 10 volts minus 5 divided by 28 milliamps. To calculate, you'll get the maximum value of R1. What is the value? 5 divided by 28, 178.57 ohms, right? 178.57 ohms. That's the maximum value of R1 you can get. For minimum value of R1, IR will be maximum, so IZ max and Vin max will be used. So if you use IZ max plus IL, IZ max is 100 milliamps. You have found from that power, right? IZ max is 100 milliamps plus 20, it is 120 milliamps. So if you use this in this equation, Vin max will be equal to IR into R1 min plus VZ. So R1 min will be Vin max minus VZ by IR. So Vin max is given as 14 volts, 12 volt plus 2 volt, that is 14 volts minus 5 divided by 120. 14 minus 5 is 9 by 120 is 75, you get 75 ohms. Is it right? Just check. 14 minus 5 you get as 75 ohms. So the range of R1 is 75 to 178.57. So once you get this value, just substitute that in the circuit or put them in the circuit. RL is 250 ohms, R1 is in the range of 75 to 178.57. This is the designed circuit. This will, once you put the values in the circuit, it will complete the design. So this is the way you can solve numerical examples on Zener diode and Zener diode voltage regulators for any given values. In the next class, we will see the remaining part in the first module. You have some special purpose diodes like photodiode, LED, and photocoupler. Then you also have a 7805 voltage regulator, a fixed IC voltage regulator. So we will see that in the next class.